And just like that, the 2025 WNBA regular season has come to a close. It has come to an official end, but more specific is the Chicago Sky. And with the Chicago Sky 2025 season finally wrapping up after a devastating, what was it? It was a 10 win and 34 loss record for us this season. We did worse when compared to our last season in 2024 under Teresa Weatherspoon. We were 13-23. We won 13 games, lost 23 games. And, we just, as a team, as a collective, as an organization, we did not do better than what we did previously. And of course, with the season closing and it's coming to a wrap, we have the exit interviews. Okay, these are very interesting. They can be kind of boring, like, the key nurses, Rachel Ray, which they had Rachel Ray. My God, Rachel Banham. That was no tea, no shade. I didn't mean to call her Rachel Ray. I did not mean to do that. Okay, Rachel Banham. They were just being a bunch of goofies and whatever. But what was really interesting to me was the absence of Angel Reese. Okay, if you guys don't know, Angel Reese quite literally got herself on a private jet. Okay, she even posted on her TikTok. It was like the caption said something like along the lines of, "Girl, didn't the season just end 6 hours ago and you already on the PJ?" And she was like, "Yes." Okay, she was on the PJ with her friends twerking and just living it up. And what was interesting is that on Instagram, a lot of people have been commenting on this. Is that if you go on her Instagram right now, Angel Reese's official Instagram, she posted on her 24-hour stories a photo of her on a private jet or some aircraft or airplane, and she's sitting in the exit row. And right above her head, I'm gonna put it on here throughout this video. You can see her head, like right, the sign exit, the exit sign right above her head. And it was just interesting to me. It kind of gave cryptic messages that she's trying to send out, because again, with the Chicago Sky exit interview, we heard, Coach Tyler Marsh rather. He was just talking about how, he was pretty much, he kind of tried to confirm that Angel Reese will return to the Chicago Sky, but she could possibly very well do so, because again, she has a 3-year rookie contract. Maybe she's just one of those type of people, like, whatever is going on, even though things are not panning out, even though I'm not happy here, my team sucks, that's embarrassing, I'm tired of coming into work. She just has that loyalty, that sense of duty and obligation to fulfill her contract. And I find that honorable, right? As well, I'm sure all of us do. But she may very well be like, you know what, yeah, I am going to come back for this one season on my last year of my rookie contract, but after this, no more. So Tyler Marsh could be keeping it real, okay, right? But Jeff Pagliocca has some things to say as well about that. He pretty much tried to confirm, like, yeah, Angel Reese is coming back. But I'm going to tell you about, his quotes here in a minute. But first, I want to talk a little bit about Camilla Cardoso's quote, okay? Because her quote, what she said about how they had a private team meeting, talking about how they wanted more from her, whereas Jeff Pagliocca publicly called out Angel Reese months prior, like in the beginning of the season, talking about how he needs more production out of her. I find it very interesting. So this is what Camilla Cardoso had quoted in her Chicago Sky exit interview. She says, Cardoso, "We had hard conversations as teammates and coaching staff that we needed more from me. That was a point of emphasis going into the All-Star break. I'm proud of myself for what I did this year." Yes, I'm proud of Camilla too. When Angel Reese went down for that back injury at first, we saw Camilla Cardoso cooking up. She was like on like a 10, 11, 12 game winning, or not game winning, game double streak. Okay, she was putting up Angel Reese numbers. Okay, she really took control of the situation. And the fact that Angel Reese, the other skyscraper, the duo of her, is just not in service. She's out of service. And with that, she stepped up to the plate. Okay, she was putting Kia Nurse, Rachel, I keep want to call her Rachel Ray, Rachel Banham, Uzun, the rest of the Busters to shame. Okay, Camilla Cardoso has really improved in her second season, and I'm proud of her. But again, with this quote, it's very interesting how she pretty much said it right out in plain. Like, you know what, my teammates and like the coaching staff, everybody in the organization, the front office, had a private conversation with me about how I need to do better. They wanted more out of me. So it was private with Camilla, but again, he made it public with Angel Reese, not once, but twice. In the beginning of the season, when he said that he wanted more production out of Angel Reese and how much he was disappointed and how the beginning of the season kicked off for the Chicago Sky, and towards the end of the season, when he decided to publicly reprimand Angel Reese for commenting on about how frustrated she was with the Chicago Sky organization and team. Now, this is another interesting quote from Mr. Jeff Pagliocca, okay? He talks about Courtney Vandersloot. Now, again, this man said this publicly. What he said about Courtney Vandersloot is literally what the same thing Angel Reese said about Courtney Vandersloot. And everybody took offense to it. Courtney Vandersloot even came out. Courtney Vandersloot herself even came out and publicly spoke about it. How, oh, my age isn't a problem. I'm going to come back better than ever next year. And woo woo woo, a bunch of pipe dreams. Okay, we shall see is what I'm going to call it. Okay, maybe it's not a pipe dream. Okay, I love Courtney. I love Courtney down. She's still talented. But again, at your age, it's giving soccer mom at this point. Okay, baby girl, you didn't tear your ACL. Again, Cameron Brink went down with an ACL tear when she was 22. She ain't hit the court in over 400 days. You think come May of next year, that Courtney Vandersloot at 37 going on 38 will be ready? We shall see. But this is what Pagliocca had to say about Vandersloot. He quotes, "If she's healthy, she's going to be playing basketball here. We know that she's not going to be playing 38 minutes a game. We're to need somebody to be here and be capable of playing that position." That's what Angel Reese said. You just heard it come out of his mouth. He said, we know she's not going to be giving us 38 minutes of play per game. We need somebody else pretty much to replace her. Angel Reese said this mess. And she was talking about how, she loves Courtney. She gave her flowers. But she was like, you know what? Since Courtney Vandersloot has been away, we need somebody to step up to the plate in replacement of her. And here you see Courtney Vandersloot come out of her mouth. She's going to jump to the publications talking about, oh, my age isn't an issue. Wait until I come back and woo-woo-woo. Well, he just said the same thing, Courtney. Jeff, your longtime bestie, that's pretty much her homegirl. He himself just admitted that we ain't expecting much from you if and when you do come back. We're not getting 38 minutes of play out of Courtney Vandersloot. That'll be crazy. And this is also what Jeff had to say about how the front office will approach Angel Reese during this offseason. And he quotes, "She's a special player. I have good conversations with Angel and her team daily. They're constant and productive. Until I hear differently, the direction we're moving in is that she's on the roster." So that's what he claimed. Again, both Tyler Marsh and Jeff Pagliocca, the Chicago Sky, have, directly and also indirectly, they have both expressed in these Chicago Sky exit interviews that, we should expect more than likely to see Angel Reese return for next season. But at the same time, it seems as though it's not up to him. Like you heard what he said. He said, until I hear differently, she's on the roster. Meaning, if she tells me that she don't want to play, or that she's about to put in a trade request, or she's about to go up the street, or woo-woo-woo, okay, then, then she's obviously off the roster. But I guess he's trying to express that he knows that, she's very talented. He was like, we do like her here. I talk to Angel and her team daily. She's on this roster until I hear differently. So I guess, he sees, obviously, he not a fool. I mean, he a fool, but he not that much of a fool. He knows that Angel Reese is the face, and the reason why 80% of the ticket sales are even being sold is to see Angel Reese, okay? He's not an idiot, completely. All in all, these exit interviews, they're all over YouTube if you want to check them out for the Chicago Sky are interesting. The Dallas Wings had exit interviews. And for them, they said, like, 100% y'all can expect Kurt Cochran to come back for next season as a coach. I feel so bad for Paige. I feel bad for all the girls that are suffering underneath these just incompetent, horrible coaches, WNBA wide. Again, Jeff Pagliocca can say what he want to say, okay? Tyler Marsh can say what he want to say. Angel Reese said it all to me in that one photograph that she got on her Instagram story up right now, okay? Of her in that plane, looking fly on her way to vacation with exit above her head. It appears as though Angel Reese is about to exit the Chicago Sky.